Hey guys, so today I have an interview with an HVAC company. They do commercial stuff, but they also apparently do plumbing, and they know about me as Plumber Paige, and they know about my social media stuff. So they're like, come in, let's have like an interview, talk, and see what we like think and can come up with. Because I talked to someone at the Skills USA competition about like job shadowing with the company. So I am excited. I'm a little bit nervous and just uneasy because I want to, if I'm going to work for a company, I want it to be with an HVAC company getting experience in that field. I don't want to go back doing plumbing because I kind of know how that works already. Like I want to learn something new, right? And in their documents that they send over, it says that you can't work for anyone else and everything. And although that's not really a problem, like I want to work for myself still. So I guess that's something that I would like to talk about with them, like have a discussion about it, because the big dream is to be self-employed and work for myself. And this is just to gain experience and knowledge and stuff. So I don't know. I've talked to multiple of my mentors and they say just go in it with a good mindset, see what happens. And so that's what I'm gonna do today. But I decided you guys are gonna come along the journey with me. I'm figuring out what to wear. I just steamed this polo shirt, so I think I'm gonna wear that with a pair of like cute jeans, because like I'm not gonna be going in with like a business suit on. That's not what you wear when you're an HVAC tech. So I'm just gonna be, my authentic self and see what happens. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, so red collared shirt and my favorite pair of jeans. Ignore my room. If you say anything about my room, I literally will come after you. No, I won't, but please don't make fun of me. And then makeup left over from yesterday. I'll fix it up, but this is it. Yeah. And then honestly, like, what do I need to bring? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna bring my books and show up and be myself, and who cares, do it. It's an exercise at the very least. If nothing else comes out of it, I did it, and I can say I did it, and I'll be proud of myself. And yeah, so that's all I can do, because I'm stressing out about how like I'm not used to being professional. I literally just am always myself, but like that's what I gotta do here too, just be myself. So that's the plan. So I got out of the interview and Pookie left a little note. That's so cute. I love it. Thank you, Pookie. So I'm home. My parents are here. I want to update them as well as y'all about how it went. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What happened? I left a little early because I wanted to not be there like exactly then. I wanted to be early, but I got there at 12:58 and I was supposed to be there before 1 to like fill out paperwork or whatever.
Are we allowed to speak?
Do you have something to say?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
So I got there, only 2 minutes to spare. I thought I was gonna have to fill out some like paperwork that they sent over beforehand, because I sent them my resume and they said review these and then we'll print them out when you get there. And they didn't print them out. We just like walked into a room that had really cool walls. I wish I recorded it, but it was cool. And then we talked about it. The guy that I saw at Skills USA, Dakota, is the guy that interviewed me, and then there were 2 other people in the room. And so he was the one like leading most of the conversation. Dakota asked me like about I don't know, he didn't really ask me because he already knows what I want. We had the discussion. So he's like, what were you thinking? Did you get like more like set in stone like days and stuff? And after talking to like life coach Rob and everything, I was like, only Mondays and Wednesdays after school, because Fridays are like for me and Moxie, because if I like fill my calendar up every single day that I was free, I wouldn't be able to like do schoolwork or edit my videos or anything. So Mondays and Wednesdays. And they were like, we've never hired someone like social media wise, and like we don't really have a big presence on there, and we're hiring a market person regardless of like you coming in or not anyway. but they like think that it's a good idea. And then they were saying stuff. They were trying to be like sensitive of me, and I was like, you want it to be mutually beneficial. You don't want to be like allowing me to like film all this content and then like
you get nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I said like mutually beneficial, and he was like, yeah, exactly. Like,
right.
And I was like, I can tag you. We can do collaborative posts. I can send you the content, like the pictures and videos that I take on job sites and stuff.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're like that Dakota already knew what you wanted. Like, how about your audience who's looking at this? Like, what is it that you're after?
I communicated with him that I wanted to learn on the job, kind of job shadow, internship, apprentice, opportunity, like just see what it's like. Part-time.
But like dirty jobs with Paige.
Sure.
Like that?
Yeah.
That was like what their understanding was, you coming in.
Yeah. I think they're expecting me to be more social media than like working.
Right.
And like, it is for work. I'm just also going to
document it. Right.
Yeah. And so.
But do they think that you're going to document their employees doing the work?
Me.
You.
They know, like,
so
they think that I'm going in for just me, and I'm like, well, I can share whatever I do with you, and I can, like,
it'll benefit them
your
too.
Name.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're like, that's all we want. Mm-hmm. Like, just tag us if you can.
Right.
Because, like, we don't want you using us, like, they didn't say that, but that's, like, my interpretation.
Right.
And so, like, yeah. Perfect. I was going to do that with the other company, and I'm probably going to get paid more here anyway, because that was the next question. He was like, what do you like think you want to get paid? And I'm like, well, I don't know, because I feel like I don't want to be underpaid, and I know how much money I can make like doing stuff on my own
somewhere else.
So like I don't want anything under $20 an hour. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, what did we pay whoever, whatever? And he asked someone. Mm-hmm. And someone who just came out of Penn Tech who was working for them, they paid him $10 an hour. I'm trying to, like, not use my lips because I'm going to blurt the money out, probably, I think. Oh. But they paid him that. And so they were like, would that be okay with you? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, like, what ideally are you looking for? And I'm like, you know, what everybody else is looking for. It'd be great to get paid $40 an hour. And they all, like, made a face. And I was like, I don't have the certifications. And, like, I know I'm not going to be getting that right now. And so they, like, are okay with that. I told them only Mondays and Wednesdays, which I thought would be a little bit of a deal breaker. And I thought, like, me being self-employed and wanting to, like, continue working on my own stuff and, like, social media stuff, I thought that was going to, like...
But did you ask, are you allowed to do plumbing for your friends and family?
I didn't ask that.
Because that was considered to be a conflict of interest previously?
The conflict of interest that they're worried about is if I'm going to work for another HVAC company while I'm working part-time for them.
Right.
And that's not going to happen.
That's not going to, like, the only other business that you're going to be working for is Plumber Page, which your primary focus there at the moment is the advocacy. So this just helps for Plumber Page to be able to deliver the message that this 5'4", 100-pound tiny girl can do whatever. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like they're...
I thought I was going to deter them with all of these things, and they are like trying to tap into it.
Right.
Kind of, which is cool.
Right.
And they're saying that they're pretty open-minded and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like, I'm not going to be, like, have my set ways coming in, and, like, I'm not going to learn your technique or whatever.
Well, there really aren't set ways, right? You're talking about,
people
like,
have
work,
different ways of doing the tasks. People have
okay.
different, like, set ways that they do things, and I'm like, I'm open-minded, I'm willing to learn, like, that's kind of the point. I don't have all the skills, but I want to learn them, and, like, yeah.
It's also good to, like, have the discussion with whoever you're with.
Yeah,
about,
so they said, like...
This is what I learned at school.
Right.
This is the real world.
Apprentices do that no matter what.
Yeah. But you're looking to document some of that, right?
So they said that they would communicate with their scheduling department about everything. On Mondays and Wednesdays, they would, like, communicate with me and send me out from school or from home. I would, like, if I knew in advance, I would just leave from school or whatever. Yeah, and I would meet them, and, like, some of the jobs will be plumbing if I want. Some of them will be, like, dirtier than others, and like if I
Right.
tell them like, hey, I don't need this to be picture perfect, like I don't care about doing like filming stuff, let me get dirty,
Right.
like they'll send me to those jobs that I want.
Right.
And I was like, okay, another question.
So you get to kind of pick.
I can,
Yeah.
they're way more accommodating than I thought.
Because they're probably seeing the benefit of the
Can you
social
turn that
media presence that they stand to get from you.
I think they're more attracted to me than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
And so then I had another question. I was like, your radius is really big because they go to New Jersey and like Philadelphia. And I'm like, I have driving anxiety.
Can you keep me local?
Yeah. And before I even got all of it out, he was like, we'll keep you close.
Yeah.
So like, unless I want to go somewhere.
Well, plus you're only like half day,
right?
You know, unless you have like other availability.
And I communicated like my schedule until May looks like this. I do have these things. I can send you my calendar explaining like what these dates are, and then after May my schedule will change. I might be able to do more than 2 days after school or whatever, and then we'll revisit in August and see how everybody feels about how everything's went, and we'll see. And he's like, and like it's paid for you, so like you don't have anything to lose really, and like so it's a cool opportunity for me. And like worst case I hate it and I'll communicate and leave, but like I don't see that I see myself like gaining some knowledge and experience, which is what I want.
I think it's like perfect to...
And I'll get inspo for my next 3 books.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm already like brainstorming. I was talking to them because I totally got off track, and I was like, I brought out my books. I showed them all 3 books, and like we were just like catching up. But like we weren't interviewing.
Look at that. Right.
But
that's, I don't know. I feel like that's how it should be when
I was so nervous.
Like when people are successful at something, it's not like, oh, can I hire you?
Well, interviews they usually are like that though. Like interviews are more proper and whatever. So I went in and I was like, okay, just be myself because it doesn't matter. I need to just
That's because everyone's a sheep. And like the reality is you are going to be more successful than being their $20 an hour employee for the future. And they're aware of that. But if they can be affiliated with you, like how cool would it be if
to have any content at
maybe they get the shout out in one of your next books.
That's what they said.
You know?
I mean, they were joking around, but I'm like,
but it's legit. And when people add to your successes, that's why you give them a shout out.
I have like a list going in my mind already of who would be the next one. So
I mean, honestly, this is kind of like you win like over and over.
Best of both worlds. Right. I did not think I would be getting experience. What I want. I thought I would have to make some sacrifices.
Like, what the hell? Job experience on the days that you decide that you're going to show up, at the jobs that you decide you're going to take. You have a free pass to document all of it.
Unless
go
there
edit
would be,
it.
like...
Well, yeah.
And they said that
and
they
want
to
you should let them pre-approve all of your posts and stuff. Yeah, it's hot still.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
I like the idea, and it's way more attractive. Like, I went into it being like, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna be miserable. But I like the idea now.
I think because you expected to be treated like an employee, whereas I think that they're seeing your value as a social media presence. Yeah. Right. That also is not like...
And I want to work on the job.
A complete idiot. Yeah. Like, you know.
And I have that
You're coming with all these skills.
Yeah. I think that's something that... is different because it's like either or. Like I have the skill
reality
and
is not you're just like rolling out like with your YouTube channel,
right? No experience.
And like, okay,
I'm coming with skill.
You graduated high school. What else you got?
Right. And they were talking about how like techs come out of schools in so much debt and they still go in to work and don't know what they're doing or talking about. And I was like,
that's really sad.
I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe I don't know every single thing, but like I want to learn.
You're hungry to learn. That's why you're proposing this.
So I think everything is a very clear understanding, and I'm like excited to see what happens.
Well, I think that's part of the challenge is that your desire to advocate for younger girls, boys, whatever, to get into the trades now has become more of your focus. But that doesn't mean that you don't still want to acquire all the skills. Yeah. So, like, well, why can't those work more?
I thought that no company would be accepting of that.
Together.
But, they are. And that's exciting. So.
Yeah. Well, and I think you have presence. So, given that they're going to, they're going to be able to take advantage of that.
Plant update, by the way.
You should try this.
Thanks, Mama.
Yeah. Oh, do I really look that red?
No, my phone like really brings out the red
My
and things.
goodness. Do you want to try this?
No.
It's very good.
I made garlic fries and I'm so excited to eat them because I'm hungry.
You did not make garlic fries.
Fries were brought home to me and I put garlic on them.
What was it? Mayback burger fries. Ew, you're eating that weird stuff?
They're a little hard, but...
Overcook them.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting so distracted, but... What is it called?
Oh, right there.
That halva stuff? It's so good.
Listen, I know everybody has their own taste, but...
No.
It's so gritty and disgusting. I put like the smallest sliver in my mouth and I was like, can I spit this out? Like, I don't like wasting food, but I was like, this is not it. I'm probably gonna work.
It's so tasty.
So that's it for this video. Like and subscribe. See you in the next one.